Hi, I'm Kapil Dhameja. I'm co-founder and director of Blue Nectar Ayurved, and I'm based out of Gurugram. I believe the Ayurveda has always been a very popular science, very popular trend, right from the beginning in India and in international. But in the last few years, the size of the market has almost tripled, and it is also projected that in the next 5 years, it's almost going to go from 6 billion Indian rupees to almost 28 billion Indian rupees, which is almost 4 times. It's not only the quadrupling of the size of the Ayurveda market, what's also happening is the newer trends are coming in the market. So Ayurveda has coming out from just the science of living to very technologically advanced trends like there are Ayurvedic medicines which are being developed to cure cancer. On the other hand, there are newer Ayurvedic supplements which are coming. There are newer Ayurvedic products which are coming, which could be used topically on the skin. So there's a huge amount of growing trend thanks to our government, thanks to the Ayush department, which is a lot of focus on Ayurveda and yoga. It's Ayurveda has a very growing trend and a very bright future. And the challenges on Ayurveda, I feel there are possibly two big challenges that we face. One is I feel that the Ayurveda should not be limited to only problem solving products. If Ayurveda has to become a mainstream, it should go beyond the problem solving, that I need Ayurveda only to cure this disease, or Ayurveda only to grow my hair or to control my sugar. Ayurveda should not be limited only to a problem solving. Instead, it should become a preventive kind of a thing, more a day-to-day life, that if I use an Ayurvedic product in my day-to-day life, I live healthier, I live longer. So that's one challenge. How do I change the imagery of Ayurveda from a problem solving to a day-to-day kind of a adaptation, day-to-day life? Second thing is, how do I make Ayurveda appealing to more and more people? I mean, I will use Ayurveda, my parents use Ayurveda, but the question is, will my kids use Ayurveda? The future of Ayurveda will depend on not only whether I use Ayurveda or my parents use Ayurveda. The future of Ayurveda will depend on whether my kids are able to use Ayurveda, whether they are attracted towards Ayurveda. Do they find Ayurveda relevant? Do they find Ayurveda appealing to them? Do they find Ayurveda sort of Instagram worthy for them, glamorous for them? Do they find that attractiveness element in the Ayurveda? These are the two challenges which I feel which we face in Ayurveda. I think the way forward is we need to look at Ayurveda in a much more practical way. So I mentioned two challenges, so I think there are two ways of looking at it. Let me start with the first one. I think we need to look at Ayurveda in a very practical way. When we were doing we used to run Ayurvedic spa centers. So customer used to complain that, we got special cold, hard wooden bed from Kerala to do Ayurvedic and Shirodhara therapies. Everything was fine when we were doing this therapy in the summer months. But the moment winter season came in, customers started complaining, boss, you'll do our therapy at a 10 degrees Celsius in a cold, hard wooden bed. So we thought we were adapting traditional, authentic Ayurvedic practices, but customers were rejecting it. Similarly, we used to use an authentic Ayurvedic oil for treatment. Now, Ayurvedic oils are thicker, heavier, greasier in nature. So customers started complaining, even after an Ayurvedic massage, my body still smells of oil for next 2 days. Do something about it. So now again we were using an authentic Ayurvedic oil, but customers were rejecting it. So what we realize is that the solution lies in making Ayurveda more adaptable, more palatable, contemporarizing it, so that people start using Ayurveda in a day-to-day life. Not using Ayurveda the way it was used possibly 50 years back, but make it relevant for a day-to-day life. Listen to the customers and adapt Ayurveda accordingly. That's number one. Second way I look at it is that we need to present Ayurveda in a way which will appeal to the millennials, the Gen Z kind of a generation. In terms of the entire the packaging of the entire thing. By packaging, I don't mean just the packaging, bottle and everything. is the entire presentation of, let's say, a medicine or a supplement or a hair oil or could be anything. It's the entire package in which I offer Ayurveda to, let's say, a Gen Z or a millennial, somebody who's in their 18, 20 years kind of a age. So I think these are the way forward for Ayurveda. We started Blue Nectar Contemporary Ayurved products about 4 years back. Now, as I mentioned earlier, some of the challenges that we faced in our journey, which helped us to develop this concept of contemporary Ayurved. So, Blue Nectar came into life from this origin of contemporary Ayurved. The idea was to offer not only problem solving Ayurvedic products to the customers. The idea was to offer a total complete package, total experience to the customer. So something which customer would like to use, not he'll be forced to use. So as a result, so we have Blue Nectar products which comes in very royal blue packaging, have a very hedonistic aroma, heavenly texture. Obviously, these are Ayurvedic products, they are safe and effective. So something which is safe, effective, and comes in a very nice, beautiful experience, which offers a complete experience to a customer through the concept of contemporary Ayurved. So that has been the journey of Blue Nectar. So we sell close to almost 70 different products.